to be 1,065,600, and then if we come down, we are being told that, okay, so let's just do the workings somewhere. Okay, so let's do the working somewhere so that we can get it clear, we can get it right. So let's come to this statement of financial position. So let's do the movements in PPE. So we have our things. So that's how you do your exam, so that, because the information you'll be needing, I may not be in one bucket, so you may have to, you know, check here and there. So we are doing schedule of movements in PPE for the year ended 30th June 2022. So in the question, we have land, we have building, we have office equipment, we have delivery van, right? So then I can have my column for total here. Let me make them bold. So don't forget, this is important. Okay, so we have the cost, or you call them valuation, as given in the question. Okay, so we have their respective balance brought forward. So let's go back to the question. So as you can see here, they gave us the beginning date, which in this question is 1st of July 2021. So these are the costs of the asset that they are holding. So for the land and building, so we are going to say equals to 1,065,600 minus, don't forget, we have an additional note here, note 1. The value of the freehold land and building includes a land element of 2,66800. So I think the one for land is even clear. So what I need to do under my building is to say 1,065,600 minus 266, 800. So this is what I am expecting as the cost of the building. Then the land, for land, I just typed in 266,800. So if you add this together, it gives us the 1,065 600. That's the original amounts for both land and building. And then for office equipment, we have for office equipment we have 865 800, and then for delivery van we have 301 400. I hope you guys are following. Okay, so, and in the additional information, we were told that there are some additions to the asset during the year. For land, we didn't have any addition. For building, I'm not sure if we have any addition, but we can always come back to check. So the revenue includes this, so we didn't have included in the cost. Okay, so including the cost of sales is 82,600 incurred in the manufacture of a new office equipment which was put to use by Adama. So it means we have addition to our office equipment, and that's 82,600. In your accounting, remember we have credited the cost of sales for this 82,600. So that's the journal you are raising. Okay, so you credited cost of sales, so you are debiting our office equipment account for wrong classification of items to be capitalized. So for delivery van, do we have additions to delivery van? No, we have such information. So was there any disposal during the year? Yes. So we have that on our revenue. We were told that the equipment, the revenue includes 69,250, and then the equipment had a carrying value of 46,060 at the date of sale, and the equipment cost 75 million. So the cost of the equipment, we need to back it out from our cost. So we have disposal, nothing for land. So is on equipment, we have 75 million, right? So we didn't have anything here as well. So we have this, right? So we can do a summation of this. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So and then we can then move to accumulated depreciation. So sorry, I'm abbreviating because of time, but in your exam you don't need to abbreviate, right? So we have the brought forward. So if you go back to the question, what do we have as the brought forward for accumulated depreciation? As at 1st of July 2021, our accumulated depreciation for land will be zero. Land is never depreciated. So for building, our accumulated depreciation for building will zero. And then for office equipment, we have 199,800. For delivery van, we have 120,560. So you can see we didn't have any information for building. So we assume there is no opening balance. For building, we assume there is no opening balance. So we have depreciation charge for the year. The depreciation charge for the year, there will be nothing for land. So for building, in the note 1, we were told that the estimated life of the building is 25 years. As at 1st of July 2021, the estimated life of the building is 25 years. So all I need to do is to take the cost of the building divided by 25. I have what? I have 31,952. Hello, are we together? Because we have been told that the depreciation is on straight line method, so no thinking is required. Are we together? So the next thing is on office equipment. Don't forget, we have opening balance and we have additions. So in the notes, we have been told that for additions during the year, okay, depreciation is assumed on a straight line method. So you charge depreciation, in full. You charge depreciation in full. So you don't approximate. That's what it means. So all I do is to say, come back here and say equals to the sum of these two numbers, close my brackets, divide by. Okay, so was office equipment is 15%. Okay, so let me just say multiply by 15%. What do you have? Or should we do it separately? Okay, so we have 142,860. Or let's do it this way, equals to open bracket this multiply by 15% close bracket plus open bracket this multiply by 15%. Okay, so we still have the same result. So let's say if we prorate this, what would have been the results? Say 5 divided by 12. Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so in the question, we were told that when depreciation is to be charged in full in the year of acquisition and no charge in the year of disposal. Okay, so we have charge in full based on the information. Then for delivery van, we were told that delivery van, that's motor vehicle, is 20% per annum. 20% per annum, right? Okay, sorry. I can see here that for office equipment, it's not on straight line method. So office equipment is 15% per annum using the reducing balance method, right? So if we are using the reducing balance method, how do we do that? So it's for us to say the opening uh, depreciation, sorry, opening cost, right? So equals to this minus the accumulated depreciation, right? Multiplied by 15%, the law of board mass, plus the current year addition multiplied by 15%. Okay, so let me open brackets, close brackets. So what we have done is to say the opening balance is 865, take out the accumulated depreciation of 199,800, then we multiply it by 15%. So the balance is what we charge depreciation on. Then for the additions during the which is 82 600. So we have the 15% of the 82 600. Okay, so if we are operating, we would have gotten a different result, which is to say this divided by 12. Okay, so that's assuming we start our depreciation, from the day of purchase. So then for delivery van, that should be quite straightforward because they are using straight line method. So we say cost multiplied by 20%. So we have 6280. We have 6280. So if you sum this up, we have 197,294. 197,294. So on disposal, so we have disposal. So for office equipment, we have an information on disposal For office equipment, there's an information on disposal, and that's so if the current amount of the assets as at the date of disposal is 46,060, the current value is 46,060, right? So what would have been the right back of depreciation, at on the day of disposal? So what we need to do is we have the cost 75 million
Yeah, I
and the
think
current value of
so.
46,060.
Sorry, Mr. Abdulganiyo. The class will end in, I think, in 2 minutes time. Showing this call will end in 2 minutes time. So you can just
Okay,
round up.
okay. So we have this minus 46,060. So we have 28,940. We have 28,940. So we didn't have any other information on disposal. Okay, so we can also sum this up. So with this information, I have the current amount of my assets. The current amount of my assets will be the cost minus accumulated depreciation. Cost minus accumulated depreciation. So carrying amount, I have balance carry forward, and I have balance